Welcome back to my Star Wars Legends Expanded Universe timeline rating, where I rank all of the Expanded Universe individually according to my timeline out of a 10-point scale. And we are on Prisoner of Bogan, issue number 4. And this issue continues where we left off. Seknos has just taken a massive header off of some crystals from issue 3. And we cut away from there where he has fallen into the abyss. And we cut to Nox, which is where Rory Fenn, Hawk Rio, and Shaykoda have gone to look for Zesh, and they encounter a slimy beast. And they have to fight off with this slimy beast in the sewers, which has taken a child away. And we learn something interesting about the Tython system. They don't trust Jedi. This child is terrified more of the Jedi that just saved it from this beast. They're more scared of the Jedi's presence than of the beast itself, which is very interesting to note. So they save this ungrateful child from a beast. Should have let the beast eat this child. Then we have, meanwhile, Belzana, who thinks she's on fire, has actually suffered some burns, and she is taken to a wounded facility. And we get this excellent look at a Sith who is not a warrior, but a doctor. That's a Sith species who's a doctor. Really interesting to see that at this time in the galaxy, the Sith species, the Masasi, could be anything. Even a doctor. Which is kind of surprising. And Jake Fenn's all sad. Meanwhile, Seknos has actually survived his injuries. He is alive. And he has been caught by Trill, of all people. Trill the Force Hound has found him when he was falling and picked him up and saved him. So while Seknos is being told that Trill is his savior, Dagan is trying to recruit some of his old enemies into being a new army for him. They were with the Shikakwin, with Hadia, and he was with them and then betrayed them, and it's left a little bit vague, but he's trying to recruit their forces to his cause again. And this time, he has a Force Saber. So Zesh has succeeded in making a Force Saber for him. So now he is dangerous, extremely dangerous. However, Hawk Rio and Shaykoda catch up, and Hawk Rio and Dagan have this awesome duel, Force Saber versus Force Saber, which is very, very cool. And then beyond that, Shaykoda. And so Shaykoda fights with Zesh and is able to best him in a fight, even though she just has blades and he has a Force Saber. But then she is grabbed by a primitive Dianoga type thing that grabs her and pulls her into some muck. And Zesh goes to grab and save her. But is she dead? And then Zesh performs CPR on her because they're going to develop them into a romantic relationship. And she turns out to be alive. So Zesh has saved her because he has feelings for her and whatnot, And meanwhile, Hawk has lost Daganlock because Daganlock was able to get the upper hand in their awesome Force Saber duel. And meanwhile, Master Rajaviri is the old bald Jedi Master is looking at the holocron where they explain about the Rakata, and now we get some lore about the Infinity Gates and what they're about, and we get to learn more about how the Rakata make their Force Hounds. They take people and they torture them into becoming their Force Hounds, and we see these Rakatans massacring the Qua and using the Infinity Gates for conquest. And the Master who's telling this on the holocron explains that he was among the last of them who the Rakatans slayed, and Master Ketu is all concerned, and so is Rajavir and Tasha and Master Tursenden. They're all very concerned, but they're not sure what they can do right now, but at least they know a bit more about the Rakata. So this sets up issue number 5, and you know, it's a good issue. It's another good issue. There's a cool battle between Hawk and Dagon. That was great. They're setting up Zesh and Shakoda, which is, you know, I'm fine with that. So overall positives, it's another good story. Negatives, not really any so to speak of. It's another really solid, good issue. Nothing wrong with it. I would give it 5 of 10. Artwork's phenomenal as always. You know, I really like the story. You know, the art, characters are really good at this point. The battles are all looking really cool. Planets and locations are all interesting. We're getting some lore, some backstory about the Rakatans and the Infinity Gates, some interesting primitive stuff in the EU. It's a really fine, really good issue. 5 stars. But what about you guys? What would you give it out of 10 stars?